This is the Valley Today.
New this morning, a positive outcome after a baby was found at the Minneapolis airport. A crime alert was issued around 9 o'clock last night after a 10-month-old child was found with a person who police say was in crisis. The woman and the baby arrived at the airport by light rail, but it wasn't her child.
About 5 hours later, airport police canceled the alert, saying the child's mother had been located. No other details are being released at this time. NDSU President David Cook is condemning comments made by North Dakota Young Republicans. The group was using homophobic slurs and other types of bigoted language on a private social media site.
In a video statement to students and staff yesterday, President Cook calls the comments homophobic and hateful.
While the comments are protected free speech, I want to reaffirm that NDSU values a community that is inclusive and collegial, and those comments are not reflective of our NDSU values.
The group is a professional arm of the Young Republican National Federation and the NDGOP, which they also say that they, quote, flatly condemn the offensive statements that group made.
Time now 6:02 on your Wednesday morning. Lisa Green joins us with our storm team forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Big day for students in Grand Forks. K through 9 going back to school today, and we've got a chance for rain for you out at the bus stop this morning. So let's talk about this. We've got a little bit of a breeze out at our Home of Economy Skycam in Grand Forks, and we're starting to see the sky lighten up a little bit, but overall it is more on the cloudy side. We're at 62 degrees right now, and Fargo at that same number and mostly cloudy. Jamestown's at 60, Bemidji 62. Detroit Lake's also heading back to school today. We're at 66 degrees there, and Devil's Lake heading back to school at 66 in Detroit Lakes. You have a little bit of time yet. Sorry if I made you a little bit nervous there. Here's a look at our conditions. We're looking at some conditions that are going to be on the rainy side up in that northwestern corner of Minnesota, especially this morning, but there are some other spotty areas getting some sprinkles at least to start off the day. Places like the Wahpeton Breckenridge area, and I know Wahpeton going back to school. Don't be surprised if you see a sprinkle or two. And we even have some thunderstorm activity that's been happening from time to time over in the northern Clearwater County area, and now heading into Beltrami County. We've got a little thunderstorm there making its way along highway or crossing over Highway 89 and around the lower Red Lake region. And then this area of rain stretches back through parts of Pennington County, the Thief River Falls region, and yes, Grand Forks. We've got a little shower moving through the region. Right now it's moving to the south and east, so unless this kind of grows a little bit westward, this is just going to clip the city of Grand Forks and affect more East Grand Forks areas here this morning. Another little cell that's been dropping south of Highway 2 in parts of Grand Forks County too. But overall, be ready for a sprinkle to affect that morning start in the Grand Forks area. Here's a look at your forecast for today in Grand Forks. So we're giving Mother Nature a B- for that return to school this morning, waiting out at the bus stop, getting dropped off. You might notice a sprinkle in that area. Mostly cloudy skies and temperatures into the low 60s. Not too bad, but not perfect. But this afternoon, it is looking a lot better. We're going to see more partly cloudy skies developing as the day goes on, and temperatures rising back into some 70s this afternoon. Not as warm as yesterday, but still comfortable out there for this afternoon in Grand Forks and throughout the valley. And when I come back, we're going to take a look at the forecast for the entire valley for today, when we expect to see rain moving through and when we'll watch it move out as well, coming up in just a couple of minutes.
But hey, Mother Nature, I mean, those aren't bad grades by any means.
No. And it's an improvement, B- to A-.
You know, we're getting back on the honor roll here by the time we're getting into the afternoon.
Okay, we'll work on that a little bit more for tomorrow as well then. Lisa, thank you this morning.
Well, school openings are revving up across the valley. Hundreds of families hit back-to-school orientation nights last night to get familiar with teachers and buildings for the new academic year.
And summer vacation is over in Grand Forks. Lisa Green mentioned it. Students and staff are heading to school for the first day of classes today, but some schools are still looking to fill those teacher positions.
We now go to Valley Today's Aaron Walling outside Century Elementary with what's going on this morning. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, guys. You can feel the fall breeze just running through the area as summer is officially over here in Grand Forks. But while students and teachers are filling back into the classrooms, some schools are looking to, fill those positions that are still open. Now, taking a look at the school district website, Valley Middle School, they are still looking to fill up 6th and 7th grade social studies along with a music teacher. And Kelly Elementary, well, they're looking to fill an interventions teacher. Now, for the district-wide, we are seeing that they are looking to fill a early childhood special education teacher role, and that position's been open since April, so they're still looking to fill these positions. Now, if you're looking for those positions along with the support staff that's on the district website, you can find those all there, along with also school supply lists as students are getting back into these classrooms. Now, guys, summer's almost over, and we're starting to see this also happening across the state and also into Minnesota. Reporting in Grand Forks, Aaron Walling, Valley Today.
Yeah, definitely. Big day for all those kids there in Grand Forks as they head back to school. The first round anyway, K through some middle school kids, I believe.
Yeah,
anyway.
thank you, Aaron. Yep. Also, police in many communities reminding families about getting kids to and from school safely. West Fargo PD says to make sure your student knows to use a sidewalk whenever it is available.
And then look left, right, left again to check for cars before crossing the street, and always cross streets at the crosswalks and the marked intersections. The Pledge of Allegiance is now back at Fargo School Board meetings. The board recited the pledge at the start of last night's meeting after local and national backlash to reinstate it.
We can see from the video that everyone stood up, but also not everyone recited the pledge or put their hand over their heart, as is customary when reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. The parents of a Proctor High School football player who was sexually assaulted by a teammate last fall are suing the school district, alleging coaches and the superintendent failed to stop a known hazing practice. Alec Bainey was 17 at the time when he held down a 15-year-old boy with the help of others, removed his pants, and assaulted him with the handle of a toilet plunger. The attack was recorded on video and spread on social media.
Parents of the victim allege that there was a prevalent practice of hazing football players with that toilet plunger, and that the district superintendent, the head football coach, and 5 assistant football coaches all knew about it. The family is now seeking $75,000 in damages. A 49-year-old Minnesota man is facing DWI charges for allegedly driving a school bus while drunk. That bus was taking 35 children to a YMCA camp in northern Minnesota on Sunday morning.
Someone alerted police that the bus was veering from shoulder to shoulder on Interstate 35. Police say Patrick Bullard of Cannon Falls failed all sobriety tests. He then blew a .257, which is well over the legal limit for driving.
Here's the latest on some breaking news we first told you about yesterday right here on the Valley Today. Police are now identifying a man arrested during a high-risk search warrant. He's 19-year-old Anthony KK. He was wanted for a shots fired incident in August 6 near McCormick Park. That's in South Fargo. Now, KK is currently in the Cass County Jail for aggravated reckless endangerment.
He was arrested yesterday morning after an hour-long standoff at an apartment building in the 2200 block of 6th Avenue South. The Red River Valley SWAT team and police set up a perimeter around the building until making that arrest. It's back to court today for the man accused in a 25-minute crime spree in South Fargo that left another man in critical condition after a hit-and-run crash.
28-year-old Michael Yusa is charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. Now, back in July, police say he was responsible for a hit-and-run and also fired shots from a Southside apartment balcony and then later shot at police. Slow going in South Fargo. A house is on the move starting in just a few hours. We have the route and the timetable coming up this morning.
But next, we'll have your weather to plan out your Wednesday morning as we take a live look across the region. The time now 6:09. We'll be right back.